Everything must go. The bumper's on me today, folks, and you come here just in time to tour the warehouse. Oh, everything must go. Rookie, welcome to the channel where it's all warehouse sales all the time.
I like that. Warehouse 24/7.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, everyone? I am Prof Sales.
I'm not. I'm just Ask Kaaren. It doesn't say so.
Well, there was a little issue with our name logos today. Sorry about that. Google Hangout apparently hates me.
It's a conspiracy, I tell you.
It is. It's a conspiracy. But no, we're glad you guys are here. Thanks for stopping by. This is the Prof Sales YouTube channel where we talk about entrepreneurs selling on eBay, Amazon, e-commerce platforms, your mindset, staying positive, and lots of other things, including selling from a warehouse.
And moving in. And if you have been following us from the beginning, we're surprised you're still here, but darn grateful to see you.
Has it been that bad?
No, we've had our ups and downs. We've had our, I'm talking to you today. I'm not talking to you today. It's just kind of been back and forth. But it's safe to say that today is a good day.
It is a good day, and we're glad you guys are here. Leave us a question or comment in the live chat that's going on right now. If you ever want to join us in that, we come on every day at 2 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 times a week. Not every day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. You can leave it. You can join the live show, or you can leave us a question or comment afterwards, after this show. Host.
And it's a hump day, so we have two days until the actual sale. It'll be this Saturday. And we were going to kind of go over a list of things we've done, to do, still to do. But rookie, don't put your hand on the
barely
furniture.
touched
It'll shake everything.
For those of you who don't know, we are moving in our eBay warehouse into a warehouse, but we have some things we have to do in the warehouse. First, we have to get some things out of the warehouse.
Yes. And so we're trying to, it's funny because when we were driving home yesterday, we're trying to figure out how to monetize every inch of the space, right?
True story.
Because it's pretty much been sitting here for storage, right?
Right.
And so we're trying to figure out, like, where we're looking at right now, for example, is the photo area. Over there is going to be processing, whatever. But we actually had a conversation, and I just wanted to throw it out there. Like, I wonder if we would be able to allow people to come, like, and use our stuff. Like, and it's a question to the chat. Like, is there any value, do you guys think, in, like, if somebody, because photo equipment, for example, is expensive.
Yeah,
so
sure.
What if somebody came and, like, used our stuff, like our lights or our photo area or something like that?
Yeah, we could do that.
That's something to think about.
Because there are people who, either for space limitations or expenses or just the general setup and so on, they don't want to invest in their own photo setup. It's just not possible for them. I mean, and it could be used for other things outside of reselling, not just reselling.
Yeah, portraits, like Ben used it at home for portraits and stuff like that. We thought about like that for, like maybe a nominal fee or something.
Right.
Right. Right.
Because obviously, I mean, they're using our equipment and it's going to get wear and tear and things like that for sure.
Right.
So we thought about it. Don't know if we'll do it or not, but we're just starting out there.
Yeah, we're even going to charge people to use the bathroom. No, that was a joke because somebody's going to say, "Oh my gosh, you're trying to make money." Yes, we're resellers.
Yeah. If you're not trying to make money, why?
Come to find out, we're in this to make money. So
part of the reason, sure.
Are we going to take a tour?
We are. Oh, Lord. So, all right, Kaaren, do you want to lead the tour and I'll follow you?
Of course. So there's so much has changed and we're so excited. We've actually put prices on everything and moved it into it. So what are you going to do? Like,
Where do you want to go first?
Let's start over here.
So here we have wow, now there's something you probably haven't seen yet. What is it, Kaaren? Oh,
so that's our metal military gurney thingy. Right? It's one of the things we're going to ask you about a couple of things on our tour that we are just, we have no idea. So we're trying to find out more about it. And it's this really cool thing that we actually posted pictures in Rebels on, but it is a pretty old metal military gurney. It does not, someone will ask me, is it marked in any way with a number or US or anything? Can't find it. But we were able to put it together. And it's a really, really neat thing. So that's in the outdoor department. But we've added quad
for sale.
Fishing pole has been added.
Fishing pole.
But there's lots of furniture. We don't have to dwell on this too much.
Furniture, not exciting stuff, but there is a little school desk.
And since we're doing
show and school
tell,
desk. Yeah, I mean, let's get a. It's kind of nice, right? I don't know. We're gonna try to get rid of that. We'll see what happens.
And the other thing that we had a question about, and I put this. I'm part of a plushie group. Jason didn't know I'm a plushie group on Facebook. And
I didn't know.
The folks in that group, the gals in that group, really know their plushies. So I put this fella on there because I don't know anything about him either. I can't find him. He's several years old and he's in awesome shape. But look, you push his ear. Wait, this one's better. All right, that's enough of that.
Oh, that was boring.
So we don't know anything about him either. And then there's, a bunch of old filing cabinets. All right. And some old furniture here and some things that we're pulling and we're adding to it all the time.
What else will we be selling, Kaaren? This is like a virtual yard sale.
Like if you see it, it's for sale.
But none of the people watching can actually purchase anything from unless they come here.
Yeah, that's right.
So exciting for them.
But there's, the desk,
peacock chair,
this thingy.
Wait, what is that?
That's Nunya. So things that we were saving for personal or for resale, because we are going to make the transition as soon as we can to start actually working from here instead of from home. So I've got several things behind there that we're going to be listing. So it's just on deck. We'll call that our on deck area, and it's not up for discussion.
It's not up for debate.
And when we get around to Ben's stuff, we'll update some of his stuff that's now been
so we're selling that. Thingy. Big, nice display case, commercial display case. Quite nice. Actually has a light.
Lights up and everything.
Yeah. The only thing we're searching for right now is the brackets for the shelf. Oh, wait. We need a temperature update. Oh. Here it is. Dun, 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 dun. So there you can see like the high and low humidity so far. 32%, 45% was the high. So still good, but it is winter, so who knows?
So going along the wall.
Man, I'm a good camera person.
You're pretty good. So we still have more stuff we're actually going to bring from home. But all these shelves, everything on these shelves have been priced. Everything in the middle, same thing. Just come on.
Look at the middle. Look at the middle. We have black tablecloths for merchandising. Little tip there, guys. Like when you set your stuff up on like a solid color tablecloth, it just looks nicer. Ben put out some of his cards and so on that he's selling.
And to give Ben credit, he came in and finally priced everything, because if the boy is going to pocket the money, he's got to put in the work. And you just, you can.
I was going to sell it all cheap.
Yeah, and keep the money, right? But
yes.
Here's he put his hands on all of this stuff and priced it. And it's all stuff that we've been collecting. We've just been collecting for the last 20 years. We've been collecting. Yeah, so it's, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, some NASCAR stuff. There's some in the middle here. There's some bobbleheads and baseball cards and yada yada yada. He went through and
look at that. All you Nerf heads out there, and I know you are. What do you think? They all work. He tested them all. Yeah, much to our chagrin, right? Yes, he fired those all over the place. Yeah. So you can see those. And so our thought was, we also have a bazillion CDs. Yep, CDs. Audio CDs. A lot of them are DVDs. On open too, so everything's like $1. Yep. Right? That's $1. And then if anybody wants to make us a sure. That's the thought. Standard yard sale. Same thing with the books. And again, I think we showed everybody, the books haven't changed much, so we can move on. We have pricing though now on the books. What do you think of our book pricing, everyone? 25 cents each or 5 for $1. We almost screwed that up and said 3 for $1. And we were like, that's not a good deal. That's a worse deal. That would have been so funny. Buy more and get worse of a discount. We showed everybody. Like, I hope like these old books, old books. I know. Like, should we go through these, guys? What do you think? Like, I don't know if you can see what those are. They're from the early 70s. Yeah, 70s, maybe 60s. I don't know. Is it really worth it? I don't know. If anybody knows anything about those old books, let us know. All right, come on. So do you want to take a pause and answer questions? Well, I was just seeing Red Neckerson. Thank you so much for the super chat. Awesome friend of the show. So thank you very much for that. RR. What's the temperature back there? It was like 66 degrees. I feel like that's. Is it that? Yeah, it is. It's like 6 or maybe in 63. It's been very cool, but it's been cold here today. Like it was like Question, what complete sets are there in sealed card boxes? Well, that's kind of what was on those shelves we showed you back there with the black things draped over them. Like the ones in the middle that we showed you, I don't think are super valuable.
There's some, I mean, there's some from the 90s. Like we had to make a call at some point. Like if it was, you know, Ben did scan, and whoever suggested, somebody said to scan all the CDs. We can't like only, like part of it as resellers and having to go through the slog of going through books, like we purposefully did not pull all the good stuff. And I know that might sound counterintuitive to you guys,
right?
But we want people to come and get something from this sale.
That's true.
So with the audio CDs, I mean, they've just been oh, I'm very dark. The light is not good on me.
Wow. How's that? Oh, better.
So
you stumbled through some bad lighting.
With the audio CDs, been sitting here. So it's, remember we talked about the space is valuable only if it's space. If we've got this old stuff that's taking up space, we need to get rid of it, jettison it, sell it, move on. So with the audio CDs, if somebody wants to come and scan them, please, we want you to make money.
Yeah, too. Scan them. I'm not going to get upset.
Like
I'm not going to be like, you're a reseller, get out of here. I'm going to be like, go, please buy them.
Can you imagine like resellers that struggle with that? Like, this is your happy place. Like, come on.
Yeah, resellers. Maybe we should put that in the ad. Resellers welcome.
Yeah, we're going to have like donuts and water. Like, I think when we put it in our little.
Somebody else wants hot dogs. Somebody wanted hot dogs.
Duncan wants hot dogs.
I think hot dogs are too much trouble.
But since I brought up Duncan's name, we are going to task Ben. We'll just go ahead and show this right now. So we did go ahead and Ben's mountain of cards. We're trying to teach him, you know, how to do this resell thing too. But when we started looking through his cards, there are several that are singles and they're packs.
Oh, thousands.
Anyway, there's enough here that we think it more valuable for Ben. And we've convinced him to come over to the dark side, but it would behoove him to invest the time to go ahead and look some of these up, right?
Yeah.
And as much as he doesn't want to in the slog, I mean, we're talking about some pretty hefty profit on something that he hasn't invested anything into. Somebody else put in the time and money to buy these cards, ultimately thinking he would possess them one day, but somebody else put in that part of it. So all he has to do is make the effort to research it and sell them.
And our idea was, guys, and we mentioned this on our last show, our idea was that we would look at, like, there's a bunch of them that are kind of card sets or packs together or trays. We would look up that year, that type of card, and say, all right, those types, and say which ones are sort of valuable from this set. And then we would go through those individually and try to look for the valuable ones and pull those out. That's kind of our thought process, rather than try to price every card and list every card and grade every card. I mean, we can't do that. We'd be here for years. I don't know if that's a good way to do it or not. So if anybody out there is a card expert, you can maybe suggest a better method. But we just want to get through them. We obviously want to get value out of them, but our time is valuable too. And we just can't spend hundreds of hours going through all these cards. And I feel like it could if you went through all of them.
Well, and some of our friends suggested to us to not give it away. So out of respect to that, and to, you know, that the boy, this is an investment in him, in his future. So we've just sort of covered it all up, and we're going to table the cards for now, at least this part of them. Because when we tell you it's, you know, whatever a palette full of cards is, that's at least, and then some what's here. So we'll just kind of put that to the side.
Yeah, and they're not all baseball cards. There's actually a lot of football cards.
No, there's baseball, there's football, there's, what else do we find? Pokemon, Star Wars, some
sort of there's a few Pokemon, there's a few trays of Pokemon. We found, you know, some football cards that were pretty valuable. We found a set with Adrian Peterson's rookie card.
We're
with
just looking at your mouth.
Aaron Rodgers. Sorry. Anyway.
All right, so show the Santas. There's like a whole Christmas section.
Yep, Santa.
There's
Santa everywhere.
Yeah, and what we did is we kind of bulked it on purpose, and put like a bazillion like ornaments in one or statues in one, and just made it, you know, a price for everything, including the box, or per ornament. And we're hoping that people will just come and just take the whole box. I even made like a mystery box with like all kind of cool stuff in it.
You're dark again this way.
Oh no, I'm light now. It's like very Blair Witchy when we do it this way.
So to answer your question, Clearance Ninja, any Tom Brady rookie cards there? We found the set or sets that have supposedly Tom Brady in it. So I'm thinking yes. Go through those a little more clearly. So yeah, we know those are valuable. We actually found, what, 3 of those sets or 4?
Aaron Rodgers.
No, it was one with Tom Brady. It was a more valuable one.
Oh.
Like that set was like, I saw a listing for $250. And we found like 3 or 4 of them. I don't know if they all have Tom Brady. I don't know if that's really the true value of that set. But with a potential value of $1,000 for those 4 sets, we're going to take a moment to look.
Yeah, we thought that would be a good idea. So,
we'll see what happens.
And what we're going to do is we're also going to bring some overstock and maybe some bigger items that we have in the garage to sort of fill in some of the empty spaces too. I mean, it's everything. It's all kind of stuff.
It really is. It really is. What else we got?
I think that's all for like this.
I think that's it.
Well, we have our list of things to do. Let me get our list of things to do.
I feel like I'm Bat Dad. It's like you can see half my face. It's really weird.
Maybe be like,
Kaaren, what's that? What's that list?
All right, so I
just did Bat Dad. That was pretty funny. It was close to his voice.
That was like Bat Jason. All right, so as soon as we get off of this show, we're going to place the ads, and I have to Pokemon cards are good value. Yeah, so Video Game Hunter, funny thing about those Pokemon cards, right? I have an entire book of Ben's. Like, it's one of those notebooks, probably about, I don't know, 4 to 6 inches thick. I can't remember, but it has all of the cards in it. And I think we're just going to maybe put that on, auction it on eBay or something. But he has like an entire book.
Yeah. Yeah, a notebook.
The cards. And there's one that's worth like $1 million, but we don't know if we have
I'm sure we don't have that one. It's like $100 grand. One of the cards.
All right, so we've pretty much merchandised everything. We've hidden everything we need to hid. As soon as we get off with you guys today, we'll place the ads because we haven't done that yet because there were some bigger items that we wanted to make sure we're going to go in the sale.
Right.
Okay. And we've taken all the pictures. And our thought is, and anybody can please, as we go through this list, no, Adam, we're not selling jeans at the dock sale.
At the dock sale. Let's go back over here.
Dock. Oh, we're going on another walk.
Well, because we got to go that way.
Oh, well, just go.
Well, I don't know what you're doing. Sorry, guys.
So
I'm getting tired of holding this thing. I really don't want to drop my back.
It was very funny that he was holding it that long. I'm surprised it lasted that long. So, just like a yard sale, you're in my light again. Just kidding.
How am I in your light?
I'm joking. So just like a yard sale, one of the things that we have to make sure we have is a bank, and I'm in charge of the bank. So
I was in charge of the bank.
No, you're in charge of it once I get it.
Tell her she's the banker,
tens, etc. Yeah, I'm the pocket the moneyer. That's what I am. I'm going to get some balloons to tie at the entrance because it's a commercial park, and we are one of the warehouses in this warehouse place.
Yes.
So we'll put some balloons out front to kind of draw attention. We'll sweep Friday after everything. We still have to bring back some anything from home that we have. We've got some furniture still from home we want to bring.
Yeah, a couple things from home we might bring.
We have this one really cool, and this is an aside. It's not a normal list of things to do, but we have this Dale Earnhardt Sr. standee that's new in a box, and we don't want people opening it to look at it. So whenever you run into something like that, we're going to pull a photo off of the internet. We're not going to do what a lot of yard sellers do. All right, say in the chat if you guys have experienced this pain. Like you're at a yard sale and somebody pulls an ad, like, oh look, my treadmill sells for eBay for $1 bazillion.
Well, then sell it on eBay.
Well, then yeah, exactly. You're not going to get eBay money at a local yard sale, right? But in this instance, I digress. We're going to pull a picture of this Dale Earnhardt standee from the internet and put it so people can see what it looks like and they don't have to mess with it. Because for a collector, once that seal is broken and once you take it out, it's not worth as much. So pro tip, that's something that
I will be making a spreadsheet for the sale only because I need to keep track of who sold what.
Yeah, we're not only
none of which is going to me, by the way. I'm doing this all free.
You said you would. All we had to do was feed.
I am working for food. Yeah. That's it. That's all I want. I'm like, I want food and maybe a snack, and that's it. I'm good.
Yeah. So we need to, there's the 2 outstanding things: the metal gurney and the clippity cloppity horse.
Clippity cloppity.
Figure out how to price, but everything big has been priced, and pretty much that's it. I can't, unless you guys can think of anything major that I'm forgetting. We are probably not going to grill anything or provide food. A couple of folks suggested that we do that. And one, we don't know if that's even allowed here. And since we're new on this block, we don't want to get in trouble right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So we may have some donuts, and if some of our friends come, we might treat them to a donut or something, But yeah, so we're not going to be able to do that. So
yeah, so this is kind of like our own. This is kind of like our. I mean, this ties in with us being resellers. The challenge is to empty out this warehouse, and there is more back there. So we have not shown you guys yet, quite a bit more. And a lot of that is going to be moving away as well, because for the space we will need. But this is just like the first start of it. So this is kind of testing our reseller abilities here. All right, you got to sell things locally, which is great. But then what things you're going to make a decision on and just get rid of? What things can you sell online, on eBay or Amazon, what have you. So this is really the first challenge for us to get this space up and running. But if we can get all of this stuff gone from what we showed you over there and what's right behind us, that clears up almost, I think it's like 950 square feet.
Yeah, it's close to 1,000, right?
Yeah. So that would be a big chunk of it. We could literally sweep it all out, get our stuff in here, start setting up areas. We were looking at different, we were thinking about different photo setups last night, because we've been thinking about this wall we're at right here that's behind where the computer's at is going to be where our photo area is. And we were thinking about covering the top of it. Like you can see right now on my forehead, I've got a shine, right? Well, there's a light over there that's creating that glare. Like if I do this, it goes away. So what we're thinking about doing is putting up some sort of tent or tarp to block out all the overhead light. So then we can control that. And then setting up, a background and table and so on, whatever we need right here on this wall that we can leave set up. And that'll be our photo area. I think it'll work really well. But we got to get rid of these overhead lights. Like you've got it too, right there. So yours looks better than mine, but that's a given.
And they're fluorescent, so we kind of have to. We're not going to be able to change those.
Shopping bags, Michelle Lathan asks, is a question.
I see that. That's a good idea. We actually have some boxes still, but we could pick up some.
Yeah, boxes won't be as. People would rather have the bags. I mean, we need to.
Do we have enough little? Yeah, with the CDs maybe.
We'll probably get some from Goodwill. Yeah, I mean we
have a lot of Goodwill bags, that's for sure.
We'll definitely probably need some of those. That's actually a good idea. Let's see what else we got. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to do with the photos, but just kind of getting this area up and running. But I don't want to bring stuff in here until it's cleared out and cleaned out. Like I want to start fresh. I don't want to start with anything in the way. I'm going to be moving around stuff. That defeats the point of having a big open space when you've got to be, weaving in and out of things.
What did he write? Does that say what I think it says?
What else we got?
That's what he said. Sadie, you're such a funny guy.
Get good metal shelves and go as high as possible. Yeah, we have those, which you cannot see now, which are covered with the black tarp.
There's some Gorilla shelves behind there. They're 5. They're about, 7 feet high?
Mm-hmm. By the way, those are $1 black tablecloths from the dollar store. So if you need to cover stuff up, easy solution. Only costs you $1. Are you going to continue to sell locally from your warehouse like continuous yard sale? At first, yes. We may even do that ongoing. We could.
Well, we talked about doing a quarterly kind of deal to kind of purge what we have. Because one of the things that we're going to do new and better for 2018 is we're not going to hold on to stuff as long anymore. So if it's not going to sell in a certain amount of time, we're going to be more proactive about it.
Right. We definitely don't want to hold on to things, which ties into, Clarence just said prices must go down as the day goes on. Yes.
Yes.
Any mid-century mod items or photography items, photos, negatives? No, I don't think so, do we?
Well, not that we're going to put out. Remember the one thing we found?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so go to Jason's Instagram. We found something really cool yesterday that we are not going to sell at the sale.
An old Polaroid camera, which go for decent money. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty cool to find that.
And I have a whole box full of barely used. I think we used them at one point for a kid ID or something, or that's what they were used for back in the 80s. And it's like 3 or 4 Polaroids. It's not as old as this other one, but it's, those old Polaroid cameras just go for good money still.
Yeah. Get a yard sale permit if you do several. Yeah. And that actually is a real thing, but I don't know if we'll go that many. We just may have things for sale that we can meet people with, or they can meet us here to pick up. So, not so much an ongoing, actual sale where people are coming in here, but if somebody specifically, I've already gotten some nibbles on some things we've put out on some of the apps locally and so on. Mm-hmm. Do you have a business license? Funny thing is, in Charlotte, Resale Junkie, they have done away with business licenses.
We used to, but.
Yeah, in this county, they have actually, in the state, they've done away with them. So no, we do not, because you do not. We are incorporated with the state, but and the feds, but not locally because we don't have to anymore. Go figure. One less fee.
But rest assured, everything that we do by the book. I promise you. No wiggle room here. Nope.
I know. Thelma and Louise over here would have us in the pokey by now. I just used the word pokey.
And Thelma and Louise.
In the same sentence. Where can we find the ad? And we
talked about that. Like, we didn't want to, like, we're kind of bringing you guys along for the journey, but we're not necessarily, believe it or not, using this as a platform to sell our stuff.
No, of course not.
It's more of a, like, follow the journey. And we're not sure what we're going to do about that. We're going to put it on locally here. I think the only thing we were going to do, because of the rules of our own, the rules we made for our own Facebook group, we won't even put it in our own Facebook group because we don't sell things on it, right?
Right.
But we do have another group that is local resellers, and I think, and the only way you would see it is if you were already in the group, so whatever.
Right, we may put it on there just because some people might want to come check it out, just to check out the space and so on. Not even
but
so
you know
much
what?
the sale.
Let's say this: if there's somebody that watches this and is local and they want to come say hi, just send us a note, and then this doesn't turn into some gratuitous plug for whatever.
Because it's not. Because really, I mean, this is a getting rid of things and making a few dollars while we're doing it. That's it. I mean, it's really not any more complicated than that. As far as what we sell on eBay and Amazon going forward and other platforms, that'll be, its own thing. But we've got to get, I mean, like this is the step we have to take right now. We have to get this stuff really that simple. Really makes sense. It's like bringing stuff in here right now doesn't make sense because there's stuff in the way. It would just be dumb. I mean, it would be tremendously inefficient. And you know me, I hate things that are inefficient. Can't deal with them.
And that's it.
No pirates so far, Duncan.
No, not yet. But hi, Duncan. Welcome. Happy 2 days after your birthday.
Connie says, she doesn't like selling locally because she doesn't like strangers coming to her house. This warehouse office sounds good. Well, you don't have to have them come to your house. Right,
but that's what she's saying is the difference is that this is not our house. Like this is
right, but you can. Well, but with some things, Connie, you can obviously meet them somewhere public. With that is traditionally what we have done. Because you're right, I don't like people coming. And now if it's a big thing, it's kind of hard to do that because you got to pack it up and.
Well, and we have a bit of a challenge. We're wanting to get rid of all of my bedroom furniture, and it's a big, beautiful white wood set, right? And there's no way, and you know what, that we're going to disassemble it, take it down the stairs, take it here, rebuild it, because it's heavy and it's big and it's cumbersome. And so we're going to have to bring people to our house. And can I say that when I've sold things from my house before, I'll put it like, and I don't know if this is going to sound silly, so Lord. Don't laugh. But like I've put, like no shenanigans or something in the ad. Like I've, made reference to like if they were coming to my mom's house, like, retired police officer, no shenanigans or something. Like, like I don't want people, I'm with you, Connie. I don't want people coming to my house anyway.
You think that kept the ones that were going to come and do harm to you away?
My little words made a difference. When I put in my Craigslist ad, no shenanigans, serious offers only, or I'll pinch your nose, it makes a difference.
The only thing that does is makes you feel better. It changes nothing on the buyer side. If it's somebody who's going to pull shenanigans, they're going to do it anyway.
So what's wrong with making myself feel a little better?
Because you're letting your guard down. Just be ready for anybody. They could.
I'm always ready. Let me tell you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
don't mess. Don't mess.
But the bigger, just be safe with it. Just meet people in public, not at night, preferably. Like let's say, I mean, there's lots of places. Like I love to meet people like a Starbucks inside of a Target. That's about as public as it gets. There's tons of people walking in and out of there. There's cameras everywhere. Could somebody still do something? Sure. But I feel like I will go in there. I will actually look and see. I'll get there. I'll kind of watch the space and see if they show up. And if they give me any kind of weird vibe, I just like, not doing that today.
Well,
but
and some police departments have an eBay or Craigslist lot that has cameras and lights. So that's something to think about. Actually, a littler police department near us does
littler? Is that a word?
In Pineville. Yeah. But you know what's interesting? Like as resellers, we kind of get all, jazzed up about what's on the other end. But I think buyers get that a little bit too, right? I think
sure.
Everybody gets a little nervous. It's the unknown, right? But again, positive intent. We're not going to think that everybody's out to get us, right?
If your spidey sense goes off about a transaction, trust it.
Walk away.
Walk away. Just come up with an excuse, whatever.
No gravy boat made in Japan is worth your life. Let's be honest.
You don't have to sell something to someone. You don't have to buy something from someone. You don't have to. It's not written anywhere. And, if you're uncomfortable with the transaction, any part of it, just move away. Joe says, I'll meet anyone anywhere. I'll show them my little friend. Yeah, but they might have a little friend too. That's the problem. And, or it might be 2 or 3 of them. I hear you, but it's like you prefer just to, I want to control the place, the time, the situation, but and even then, there's no guarantees of anything.
And just because we have a little friend, Joe, doesn't mean we ever want to use it. So let's not make too light of that, because that's a big decision that you make when you.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, you got to be careful there.
And you're not introducing them to your little friend. Anyway, it's like you're not just playing target practice and you're not out to wound. So let's just move on, shall we?
Jeez. I don't know where that just went, but moving on to other topics. That's amazing. I don't know where we just went. I'll probably get a content strike for that one.
Well, it's been a while. Why not?
Yeah, well, true story. So we
Justin said nobody ever talks about their big friend. Well, some guys do. Ooh, sorry. Peanut gallery. It's the fumes in here or something.
Man, this show is going downhill fast. Like the sensors are coming in. It's like Tipper Gore with the Parent Music Research Center all over again. Way back. And see, I just went way back. Let's see who remembers that incident, that situation.
I bet Sadie does.
Yeah, he probably will.
Joe, Adam would remember.
Well, some of them would. But yeah, so we are pretty much set for the sale. We still need to clean. We still need to. We've got it priced, honestly, which was a big thing for us to deal with. And obviously, there's going to be some things where people are going to come in and say, "Hey, will you take the decisions on the fly?" But
and of course we will. And on Aaron's comment, I read that as demonized.
Demonetized. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I read it that way too sometimes.
Well, that seems to be the trend with every new video initially. So there you go.
Oh yeah, they all start off demonetized. It's just YouTube saying now, like, we're starting you off demonetized. It's like, but thanks Google. Thanks Google. Sounds like a thing from a thing, but I don't know it. Let's see. Strike number 2. They actually encourage it.
Oh, you're drinking water. I want water. Here, entertain everybody.
All right, so Karen's going for water. So do we have a goal for this show? Do we have a goal for this show? Do we have a goal for this sale?
Sell all the things.
Like what? Well, we can't really have a monetary goal because that's not really in our control. But I'm saying after we sell everything that we do, what are we going to keep? Are we going to donate certain things? Like, I think the books should go.
Yeah, we'll donate whatever books don't go. Sure.
Yeah, so the books will go. We'll give them one shot, and then we'll try to donate them.
I'm feeling a tinge of guilt too because I have a couple of local teacher friends that I might ask if they want to come take a look before. Is that cheating?
No.
Because I would like to just give them some books because I love them.
Yeah, it'd be fine. We're more concerned with getting them going.
Yeah. So most, like, if it's something big that has great potential, that's crazy. But yeah, a lot of it, I think we're gonna.
What do you guys do with your not warehouse, but what do you guys do with your yard sale stuff after it doesn't sell? Do you try it a second time, a third time? Do you
That's a great
donate it?
question.
Do you put it on the curb? Can't put it on the curb here, obviously, but
oh, and you can't put it on the dumpster on the left because, excuse me, that's just for cardboard.
doesn't say that on there, so I don't believe it. It's not a recycling.
Yeah,
dumpster.
I'm making friends at the new warehouse address.
Kaaren is like the connections you've made just in a week. Is it a 1 day sale or a 2 day sale? We're actually planning on just being a 1 day sale because
we're going to be tired.
You know
we're
what?
already tired.
We're already tired. It's been a long week already. And it's like by Saturday, I'm going to be like, yeah, just take it. Here, I'll give you $1. You take it. Just take it off my hands. No, but honestly, we just emergency maybe. I don't know. It's all a little bit of a, hocus pocus here, a little bit of smoke and mirrors.
Well, and, we've talked about, we have this other section of stuff that needs to go too. So, maybe what was our plan? Like, were we going to have another one like right away? Or?
We thought about having another one, but I guess it's kind of good. We're going to have to reassess.
Yeah, we'll have to reassess at the end of Saturday.
Justin says, have you guys tried other sourcing options since you have a new space? Not yet, but we absolutely are researching that.
Yeah.
We're looking at, well, go ahead.
Well, there's a moratorium on sourcing right now because there has to be, because we're in flux, right? I have things that I have to list. You have things still in the queue that you need to put up,
right.
For jeans and shoes. We need to just halt, get through this, list what we have, and then probably in February again, start hitting it harder. Yeah,
no, absolutely. And because we're talking about, selling some new shoes. New shoes are interesting. They sell for more, but they cost more. But you make more actual dollars. So we definitely are looking into those, but we're not there yet in terms of, we just have too many irons in the fire right now. We just cannot go out and do a lot of sourcing
it's like squirrels. And
it's a struggle to get anything listed right now. I mean, this warehouse is just a lot of energy.
And I've been tasked with coming up with my own new niche because my little store is all over the place. Like that's where we'll ultimately put anything that's
right.
not a jean or a shoe.
Right.
But I'm selling all kind of things. But we've talked about me going after a specific item new, and I don't know what that's going to be yet. But I'm kind of toying with a couple of things that will just become my thing, if you will.
Right. So we will be pushing out more listings and so on as we do that, as we get set up here. But we've got to get this. We've got to at least get this space right here usable, this 900 square feet, whatever it is. Then we can think about, sourcing and doing other things because we can get our stuff here.
Yep. Once we clear out this, then we clear out that, and then we'll have the bulk of what we needed to have in the
Looks
warehouse.
like most people are saying donate. You don't want to deal with the same things over and over. Mm-hmm. Other people are saying, some people are saying save for the next sale, try to sell on eBay. So some different opinions there. I just feel like the bigger issue here is moving stuff out. So whatever does that the easiest and the quickest for the least amount of additional effort. I'll put effort into it one time, but then I don't want to keep dealing with it. I'm like, I just want it gone. Yeah,
that would be great, Video Game Hunter. Thank you. We also had somebody send us a message about jeans in bulk too.
I never heard back from them.
New jeans in bulk.
Yep, they did. They messaged me on Facebook, but they never did. So if you're watching, whoever you were, because I can't remember who it was right now, let me know how it went. Wow, could that have been any more cryptic?
No, I don't.
Somebody on Facebook had some sort of thing with something that they messaged me something about, and now they need to, run a dollar sale like the Resale Rabbit. Yeah, maybe I'll reach out to him and ask him what he used to do. I haven't talked to him in a while personally, but I could let him know. John, ever try a dollar sale for all the junk? Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I've seen a couple around here with good turnouts. And Kaaren wants her own collectible corner in the warehouse.
No, truth be told, Duncan, I don't. But I do have, and I've mentioned it before, I have this lifetime collection of this thing that I was in love with as a kid, and I collected them like crazy. And so it was my thought to sell those. And what's interesting, I spent the other day, I think I mentioned it on your show, like I spent the day listing some things that had been sitting. And I evolved like within that day. Like even in my own process, I kind of made things different. I saw that I needed a different angle for this item or a different picture. Jason was the purse holder upper at one point. But with this collection that I have, it's harp seals. I don't think I've ever said that before, but you know, the little cute white ones. At one point I actually went up into Canada and went out on the ice and was nose to nose. I took some incredible pictures. It's been a kind of a journey down memory lane for some of that, but I have hundreds of statues from all over the world. Like I have chopstick holders from Japan. I have pewter from this handmade thing in Tampa, like all over the place. And I think at some point I've been holding on to these because they're sentimental and in my brain they have worth. But I'm pretty certain that I'm going to get to a point where this, you know, this clay, whatever from wherever, I'm just going to be like, you know, why am I still holding on to this?
Yeah.
But the thought is yes, Duncan, I'll have a section, but I don't want to have that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have that section for long. It's kind of like I have a love-hate relationship with those things that are at this point 1 or 2 decades old. But yeah, they need to go too.
Duncan asked, when's the next heavy coin crypto Prof video? That's a good question. I am still in the middle of a trade that I've now been sitting on for like a week, waiting for my price. And I need to update you guys on that. But there hasn't been a lot to update because I'm still waiting for that trade to resolve. So I'm deciding whether I want to take, you know, a slightly lower price or what I want to do on that. But I absolutely plan on doing some more videos on that. It's just become a time and energy. You know, there just isn't any right now for extra things. I mean, you know, I hate to say it that way, but this has been pretty consuming. What we kind of knew it would be. Mm-hmm. And we knew that we were going to have to put a massive amount of time into it for the next, you know, really a month, honestly, it's going to take. And then it'll get better. So, you know, that's just a choice we made. We knew that's what would happen. We still have we established our schedule here yet? Did we come to an agreement?
Oh, like 10 to 4, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so our work day, our official work day. That's right.
Yeah.
Because we're about 20 minutes when there's not traffic away from the warehouse.
So we want to be able to get here in the morning after the rush hour traffic has happened and then get home before it hits in the back half of the day, because getting in that traffic, not to mention the stress it creates for you, also adds time. So we figure we would work a good solid 10 to 4 here, maybe a little early, maybe a little bit later some days. Shouldn't be any less than that. And then we'll just see how that goes, at least Monday through Friday. And that'll just be the eBay / reselling part of our day.
And you know what? That might even change before it starts, because I'm going to admit something that I probably shouldn't. Yeah. So when you asked me about that 10 to 4 time and I said, oh, do you remember my response to you?
No.
Oh, yeah, that'll give us time to go to the post office.
Right.
We won't go to the post office if all of our inventory is here.
Oh, that's a good point.
So, yeah, so that 10 to 4 might change. But the thought
Well, one of us could run over to it. It's close by.
Right. So maybe the 10 to 4 will change, whatever. But our thought is that getting ourselves out of the house and having somewhat of a formalized schedule will make us more focused and more productive.
Yes. Yes. And also having a space that's very efficiently set up to, you know, scale a business, an eBay business, because I still contend that most people's homes make it very difficult to scale the number of items. Now, if you're scaling high dollar items, sure, that's different. And they're not very big. That's different. But if you're scaling commodity items like clothing, pre-owned clothing, and you want to scale it, a home is really difficult to do that in. What?
What does Joe say? Where's he going to be?
He'll be in North Carolina.
Joe, I'll send you a message on Facebook. But if you're going to be anywhere close by, we must visit.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, just send us. I'll send you a note, or you send us a note. Don't say it in the chat, because then you end up giving everybody your phone number and stuff again. But yeah, we would love to see you. That would be very cool.
I'm sure you do some computer work at home. Yeah, like some videos we have to edit, answering emails, things like that.
Oh, we had something come up. Did we talk about the internet?
No. Oh, we didn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the internet that we have here might not be amped up enough. So we're revisiting what current service comes in, and we may actually be upgrading that, because I don't know that you know, Charlotte just got fiber, for example, or is in the is in the process of getting it throughout the entire city. We have it where we live, and you know, we don't even know if that's available here. I could put that in the address thingy, I guess. We could find out really easily.
We could put that in. We'll put that in.
But you know, if we noticed yesterday, there were a couple folks, you know, one was FaceTiming and one was Googling and one was doing something else, and you were editing a video or something, and all of a sudden it locked up. Like the internet just, we couldn't stream, we couldn't do anything, and it was just a slog. So, yeah,
it was definitely a eye-opening moment to remember. Hey, little things like that, which aren't little things, internet access, kind of a big deal. So if you're going to move into a new space, you have to make sure that you have the access you need. And I'm not sure we have quite enough speed and capacity here, so we may need to look at upgrading that.
Right, but it's 2018. It's something that's easily done, and especially if it's at a time when the contract is up for renewal anyway.
Right.
Which we don't know what we don't know, but we'll see. But it got to the point where we couldn't even, like, everything stopped. Like we were doing comps. Like Ben was here too, so we went to do a comp, and we couldn't even access eBay. Like it just wouldn't do anything.
It threw up.
It threw up.
It threw a tantrum. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming out today. We appreciate you checking out the show, and the warehouse is moving forward. We're going to have more updates. We'll have another show on Friday, but we'll have updates on Saturday as well.
Yep. And we're going to try to, I know you said we're not going to go live, but at some point we will go live because we should.
We will. We'll do our best to go live Saturday. I don't know what that's going to look like. We'll try to figure it out. I'm dealing with the money. I can't be live, you know, if I have money to deal with too. You're putting too much on me. I can't take it.
We'll do it. Can I do it from my phone? I'll do it.
Maybe, sure.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way, and it'll be kooky, but it'll be.
Kaaren, what should they do?
Oh my gosh! So if you're here, like if you're like watching this video, hit the like button. That's all. I mean, that's all I'm going to say about that. Like if you're watching, just like it.
There you go.
That's what we do. Arg, maters.
There it is. There's the pirate. Check out the description for helpful links, guys. We appreciate you guys coming by today, and we'll see you in a couple days.
Yes, and thanks, Hank. You're the best.
All right, everybody take care. I'm Prof Sales.
And I'm Just Ask Kaaren saying good sales to you.